everyone. Let's get started. Uh, and the tortilla chips, I'm going to start because it takes about 20 minutes to bake the chips, right? If I can make a few rounds, then I might get a little more tortillas other than what I have already. And we are going to use Himalayan salt, the pink salt, okay? Because I saw that it comes out nice and it adheres nicer. That's the main thing, right? You can put any other spice you want, right? This is your spice, your recipe. I'm just making it simple, but you can make it any way you want. Usually what I do is I buy these big bags from Costco. If you go to Costco, you'll know it's only $6, right? And it comes with a lot of tortillas. I just got a few of them. I just bought a big bag, and we eat tortillas easily because it's good to make into wraps and stuff like that, right? And I'll take a few of them. When I make it in the oven, I actually start my oven. I do a whole bag of them, and this and more comes out. So it's my, the whole supply for tortilla chips. And what I've realized is I like these tortilla chips more because it's softer. The corn tortillas are chewy, if you have tasted them, right? They're crispy but chewy, and after some time you can't eat anymore because my mouth kind of breaks a little. Like I get little rashes and stuff. These are going to be very soft because it's from flour. So that's the main difference. I just took two. That's why I'm using this guy here. And I'm going to cut it into 6 pieces. So the way I do it is I cut it. Well, it's not cutting through, of course. But if you take a chef's knife, it will get a better result. Actually, I make it into 8 pieces, I just realized, because this is a 4, right? And then I'll fold it into itself and make an 8. So each tortilla will give you 8 chips. What I'm doing is I'm actually, if you see, I'm trying to maximize the place here. So I'm doing back and forth so that, I can hold more chips, nothing else. That's the whole idea. So, hey, I got 1 tortilla in. That's not bad. And then light salting. By the way, don't salt too much. I tried it once and it was very salty. So, you just need a little bit of salt, not too much. That's the whole thing. And then the oven temperature, I think I haven't printed that recipe. Did you print that recipe? It wasn't there, most probably. It's there? Thank you. What's the 350? Yes, for 20 minutes, right? Let's see how the toaster works. Yeah, so 350, that's the bake. Oh, it says bake here. How nice is that? And 20 minutes. Okay, first I have to stay warm and then only I can make 20 minutes, right? Doesn't it need to warm? I guess not. We'll learn. Where is the preheat? There is no preheat here. Yeah, it'll catch up. If not, we'll do a little more. That's it. We'll learn together. Yeah. That's it. That's all you have to do. And the oven does the rest, right? That's why I wanted to get this started. Okay, now for tahini, we need to roast the sesame. Where is my sesame? Here. So this is sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, right? All of us know it, right? If you don't, let me see the packet here. That's the sesame seeds, right? Half a cup. I'm following the recipe. We measured it out. My friend helped me, so thank you. She didn't realize, Sunatra didn't realize I'll draft her for helping me today. So this one I'm going to toast a little bit because if you don't toast it, it has a little unbaked flavor. When you roast it, the nuttiness comes out more. So that's why the roasting is important, right? So I'm going to roast this here. Hopefully this will work today. On, yes, cool. I'm going to try this for my cumin. So I'll start with the cumin seeds because I said 1 teaspoon cumin seed roasted, right? I have the roasted cumin seed powdered, but I'm going to do a half a teaspoon in here. And I hope this works. We'll see if it works or not. It's cast iron. It should. Yes, it does. By the way, this one came in as a Costco. You know those cookie bakes? You get the 4 of them and then the cookies. That's one of them. It's so useful, this little thing, because you can roast things and it's small. Also, you can make a sunny side up egg, 1 each. Perfect rounds. So don't throw them if you have bought those cookies from Costco. So I'm roasting this. I'll use a little. Half a cup of, yes, half a cup of sesame seeds, white sesame seeds. Yeah, I got it. I got it. It's the other side. Okay, why is it saying EO? What does that mean? EO. No, it came up. Okay, it's 800. I don't want 800. 464. Yep. Okay, 464 is good. I think we are cooking now. It does smell, right? So that's good. That means it's warming up. A little more. See, it still has that milkiness to it, right? You want to move it to nuttiness. What you're smelling is the tortillas, by the way, not that. The tortillas are done. Oh my God, this is fast. Look at them. Hold on. Let me take the tortillas out and I'll show you. They're quick, man. I don't know how long it took, but it's done. Look at how nice and crispy they are. Done. I'm going to put this in the blender. Yes, today is a blender day. Today is a whole blender day, which I'm very happy about. Okay, let me put this here. But if I put it here, it's going to burn. Where are more? Okay, I'll put it on the towel. It should cool down slowly, but I don't. Okay, I can keep it here actually, even if it's hot. It doesn't matter, right? Okay, and then the sesame oil, right? Whatever the sesame oil was, I'll put it in and I'll start blending. I usually do it with a small blender because this one needs to be a paste. So that's why this is too little, but we'll see how our blender works here. Okay. Okay, blender in action today. Kind of going there. So the problem is because it's so little, and that's why what you have to do is when you do tahini, you do a lot more if you're using a bigger blender and save it, right? Because this is not going to work. I use the little magic bullet. Those work way better. I should have brought it. I didn't bring it. So we're going to do with this only, which means I have to keep on doing the stirring and the stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the water from the, oh, I have to start boiling it, by the way. So for the hummus, this is half a cup of dried chickpeas. And this is how chickpeas look. This is like from the Indian store, okay? It's called split chickpeas. Okay, it's nothing but the inside of the garbanzo beans and the skin removed. That's what this is. What? You can. You definitely can. But you'll see the texture is a little different. This comes out smoother because it doesn't have a skin on. Right? So if you don't have the skin, it gets smoother hummus. So that's why this is the recipe for a smooth hummus. Right? It is chickpeas, but it's with the skin removed and split. And like the recipe says, it's called for is I soaked it overnight, half a cup to 1.5 cups of water. That's all it is, right? I'm going to boil it here. Okay. If it's pre-soaked, you don't have to put Instapot in. Oh, if it's canned, you don't have to do anything. Yes. That's the easy way. Well, there is a difference. So this one I did opposite. I got the dried garbanzo beans, I soaked it, and then I boiled it. This is equivalent to the can. Okay, the difference with can is can will have preservatives because it's canned product. Okay, this doesn't take long either because you're just soaking them, right? And you're just boiling them. So this took about, I think, 10 minutes to boil after soaking, and it's soft. So, I'll blend this and I'll show you that this is not bad either. If this is too hot, make it 250, okay, or 300. So adjust it, temper it accordingly. Let that boil. This is the roasted cumin seeds, right? And this one also I put in a dry grinder and I grind it and I get my roasted cumin powder, right? So I'm not going to do it because I don't have the small ones today. I should have brought my bullet because this is kind of going everywhere. I kind of realized that. Let me try it again. If not, we're going to use the whole thing with our hummus, so it will blend with the hummus. That, right? So this is my lemon juice. I'm going to add it, give it the liquid so that it can blend. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding, because I know this is the tahini I'm going to use for the hummus, so that's why I'm just adding more liquid and hoping it works. By the way, fun fact, this water that you're seeing is aquafaba. So you can make meringues out of it. I have made it, comes out really good. So instead of egg whites, you can use aquafaba for meringues. And that's a byproduct. You can do that with canned garbanzo beans also. The water that you get is the aquafaba. So if you have heard of vegan meringues, that's what that's made of. Yes, you got it? Egg whites, exactly. There you go. Oh, 320. Just a little oil. I can use this oil. Doesn't matter. Any oil would be okay. And you can use the black garlic if you want to have a little taste to it. The roasted garlic has a very nice smell to it. That's why you want it in your hummus because the hummus tastes so good with it. Okay, more aquafaba water. And also, you can keep roasted garlic at home. Just put it in the oven. Like if the toaster oven wasn't doing this, I would have put it here and roasted it there, right? It's the same thing. Okay, let's see if the water makes it work. Very smart on that one. Oh, much better. It's moving. You can see. Yes. Good. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah. Yeah, it's done. See? That's what you look for, right? You press it and it's over. So there you go. The chickpeas are done. I'll let it cool a little bit before I put that in. In the meantime, let me. Okay. Well, I'm still trying to grind this. I'm going to add more water to this first before I put that in. And thank you. Let me put this in here. That will cool it down. Because hummus also tastes good. I got this because I'm going to blend this. After I finish that, I'm going to blend this and show you the consistency. That this will be a little more like you can feel the little grain on this. Whereas with that one, you will not feel anything. It's like a smooth hummus, like a paste. This one has more fiber because it has the skin, right? So that's why. Whereas that one will not really, I mean, it has the fiber from the lentil itself, from the chickpea itself, right? Because chickpea is protein and fiber. But it doesn't have the skin that you have the mouthfeel of like the little pieces to it. That's the difference. That's why it's a smooth hummus. And if you read, it has one garlic. I'm going to chop the garlic because it will go faster. And you really need a good blender. That's what lesson learned from today, right? So you do need paprika in hummus, right? And then I have water. I have to see why the water is there. Most probably I do need it to grind, maybe to make the consistency, but I'm hesitant. I'm going to do that first before I add the extra water. That's why I'm not adding it yet, right? And then I have pine nuts. You know, you always have the little pine nuts on top, and za'atar. So za'atar comes, it's a blend. Za'atar is a spice blend, by the way. So, okay, let's see it now. Much, much smoother. And if I want to feel it, yes, it's a paste. Now I'm happy that it's really a paste that I needed it to be, right? Took some time there. So now I'm going to add this and blend it before I add the spices. I'm going to blend this, and then the water is if I need it. So that's why I didn't add the water. Let's see where it goes. So I'm going to add more the olive oil to it. I'll add the rest of it actually. You need a little water. Okay, it's not rotating again, which means it got thick. I didn't like it. Yes, you can see it's thick, right? So that's why it wasn't going down. I need the whole water. So this is the 3 tablespoons of water that you do need. Yes, I'm not doing it anymore. I just kept it to warm. Because the consistency is what a hummus is. So I can see the consistency. I think that's it. I'm not going to add more water to it. It's little liquid, as you can see. That's okay. You know, like I said, the smoothness is more important than making it like this is a little on the liquid side, but you'll get hummus this kind too, right? So it's not a big difference. Here, there's some here. I'll keep this one for you. And then I'm going to do the za'atar, the olive oil, and all that other stuff, right? So a little bit of olive oil drizzle. I'm taking 1 teaspoon. I think that's what it tells you, right? Tablespoon? Okay, I'll put the tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons basically. So put that in the middle, a little more. Cool. If you have garlic, which is roasted and you have extra, you can grate it on top. I don't have it, but I do have pine nuts. So I'm going to do pine nuts on top because that'll look nice, right? And the za'atar and the sumac. So the sumac is like going to be, there you go. Little bit here and there. And then you do the sumac. The sumac is a little acidic. Okay. So this one has 3 tablespoons lemon juice. Remember that. So that looks nice, right? Because it's little pink, red, little green. kind of gives the whole thing together, right? There you go. And that's your hummus.